Hey everyone, Bryan Baylon here, your local Phoenix Realtor. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but wanted to get back into it here in July. Lots of activity in the real estate market. And today's video is about your home and if you are thinking about listing your home for sale. Lots to consider when you're, of course, selling your home. Where are you going to head to next? What's the market like? You might have heard of it, seller's market. But let's dive into that and make sure that you really have the best information that if you are considering selling your home, that you can get top dollar in the best terms that you can get. So before we get started, I just want to say, please subscribe to the channel. Any of your support is appreciated. You'll get notifications as well if you ring the bell. So please do that, and we will get right into it. So first thing, when you're looking at selling your home, is to price it accurately. One of the things that, as you're, it's kind of obvious, right? You think about you're going to list your home. What do I price it at? And you want to be aggressive, right? The tendency is to just want to put it as aggressively as possible, get the most money that you can, out of it. And you might want to think, since people are needing to buy homes, the inventory is low, and people are willing to put multiple offers and go above ask, why don't I just put my home for top dollar and go above the comps? I do not recommend that, and here's why. Is that it's going to do that anyway, right? If you price it low, you're going to get a lot more attention, and not low as in, you're undercutting yourself, but about where the comps are at. So that's justifiable to a buyer's agent. As a buyer's agent is going to tell their client to pull the comps, and they see, yeah, it's comped right. Let the other buyers compete with you or compete for your home, and they will drive the prices up. And so we've seen, if your house is basically in a desirable area, it's in a price point that's very hot right now, which is basically between 200 to 500,000 in the greater Phoenix area, and in the conditions in relatively decent shape, move-in ready. That's going to be a home that'll sell fast, and people other buyers can really bid up your home. So what we're seeing out there is multiple offers, right? Like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 8 to 10 offers on a home. And you can basically almost expect, above ask, right? Couple thousand above ask. If it's a really desirable property, it has a pool in the 300,000 to 400,000 price range, single family home. That is absolute gold right now. But price it to the comps, and the buyers out there will compete. And that's just how aggressive the market. I can't tell you how. It's record low inventory. We're having more under contracts than we are actually having active homes hit the market. So it's very, very advantageous for you as a seller to be in the market, sell your home. Plus, if you put your home on the market right now, you're going to get a lot of extra attention because since we have so few listings on the market, actually we're just around 10,000 active listings without a contract. When a normal balanced market has 50,000 homes for sale in the market, it's really, really advantageous for you to sell, especially right now, since you have more eyes that are looking at homes and less competition for you as a seller. So comps are really the guiding play here. But really, to get top dollar, as long as you expose it for a reasonable price up front, even priced just slightly aggressively, but not beyond the data, you're gonna do pretty good. So the second thing is condition. So the condition's huge, right? So you think, okay, well, home hits the market, seller's market, it should sell. But if the condition isn't right, there's an issue, like it needs a new roof, right? And let's say you've lived in it and you just know that you've had problems with your roof. Roof's 15, 20 years old. It could make some buyers weary. It's not actually a guarantee that it won't sell. Some people will actually take it. And especially if there's multiple offers and you still have a desirable property. Let's say you have a pool in your home, or you just that exact 4-bed, 2.5-bath single family home in a 300 to 400,000 price range. You might still be able to sell it. But you're definitely going to want to tune up some of these things here, and I'll go kind of through it. So let's say if you have carpet in the rooms, which is pretty common in the 250 to 350 price range, you're gonna want to at least get it cleaned, or at least just replace the carpet. If you think, there's some in town, there are some investors, even bigger companies that will go in, they'll buy homes, they'll flip them. They won't even do a significant flip, but they'll just make it move-in ready. New paint, new carpet sometimes if it's needed. They'll paint or they'll fix any minor cosmetic issues that you'll see as you walk through the home in the walls. If there's any holes or any issues in the drywall. Exterior paint, sometimes they'll add that if it's just really in need of paint. They'll do some major stuff. Service the AC is a big one. If you have done something recently in your home, whether you've had plumbing work done or electrical work done, if you've done the AC, if you've replaced the AC in the past few years or the roof in the past few years, you're going to want to get those documents. And also, it's a good idea if you're thinking about upgrading your home, something in your home that you want to just tune up, live in it a couple years, and then sell it. Ask your contractor what the terms are for warranty and what's transferable. Sometimes, like for instance, a roof, you'll buy it, original owner has say 10 years, but then when you transfer it, they only have 5. So you just definitely want to plan ahead of time and find a contractor who's going to work with you on that and not charge you for transferring the warranty and still honor it, which means you'll probably need a pretty reputable contractor who's been in it for a while, a couple of years, and things like that. So make sure you vet those things, and it actually adds so much value and peace of mind to your buyer, because sometimes, right, there's still a percentage chance that you get a house under contract, you had multiple offers, you chose one, they come in and they freak out about a roof, or they freak out about an AC, they don't want it, and then you're back on the market. Things like that, having warranty information, and some of that upfront can really help in your sale, and things go smoother. And also, when you present it, let's say whether you're living in it, if it's vacant, just the whole thing, just make sure it's move-in ready, it looks clean, smells great, the paint. But if you're living in it, you're definitely going to want to stage it a little bit. So you want to take some of sometimes people leave their, family pictures and stuff on the wall. I guess, that's, kind of up to you. But the guiding principle is you want to have your story out of it, your life out of that house, so they can see their story in it. So they want to be able to envision where they can put their things, right? Their table, their family pictures, and their love seat, and sectional couch and TV, right? And where they're going to watch movies, right? Because you'll, as a buyer, depending on how long it's been since you bought your home, you'll see that people start to figure out, okay, we could put this here, we could put this here, and the cleaner template that it is, the better it is for you in your case. So very important condition and how you present the home, even though it is somewhat less challenging, if you will, and things are flying off the shelf in terms of selling, you're still going to want to have that. So it's not, you're still going to want to have things figured out in a condition that's very presentable, because it's not a free pass. And then the third one is listen to buyer feedback and make adjustments as necessary. So sometimes houses do sit. So it's not a completely infallible market for a seller. There will still be issues sometimes where things will sit 30 days, 40, 50, 60 days. And it doesn't always mean that it's because of the price or the condition. Or it might be specific things, right? Maybe a location issue. But what better way than to get the people who are coming through your home to look at them, and they don't choose your home for whatever reason, they typically leave feedback. And that's one of the beauties of a lockbox. I very much use a lockbox in my practice, and require realtors to make appointments so we know who they are, so that we can follow up and have those conversations with what the buyers thought about the home. And then so you'll get it. Like I've had listings where it kind of sat for a while, and you get these little nuances with people saying they don't like the color of the walls, or they needed it updated, they didn't want to do the work, or they didn't like that it wasn't close enough to a pool, or the community pool. So whatever it is, right? And you'll get these valuable pieces of information. And then what you can do is you can bring that information back to your the realtor can bring that information back to you as a seller, and then you can actually decide, are you willing to make this adjustment, right? Maybe if you just pay $1,500, $2,000 just to paint a couple rooms, probably not that much, but spend a couple $1,000s in order to rectify the paint if that's a big issue for them, or if there's some issue with the roof, right, or something that they want done, then perhaps at least you have an idea of what you're up against and you can make that adjustment. So buyer feedback is huge. It gives you a huge advantage in terms of getting into the mind of a buyer, and making adjustments. And sometimes they just need to be made. If you as a seller are willing to make that, then you can even offer, okay, so if this was corrected, or if we made this happen, would your buyers be interested in making an offer? And if so, at what price? And that right there is going to at least continue a conversation, and get you closer to an offer for your home. Because the ultimate goal is getting sold. But of course, you want it at the top dollar, least amount of hassle, least amount of time, of course. So yeah, and yeah, so but right now overall, as you're on the market, right? If you're really considering it, and you're thinking about selling your home, what's going to happen in the future? Well, we don't know, right? Nobody really has a crystal ball. But I'll tell you this: right now, the market is very, very hot, so uncharacteristically hot, that if you are concerned if there's going to be another slew of foreclosures and the market drop again in real estate, that this could be a good time. It could be, and I say could because, again, we don't know the future. The data today says that we have such low inventory, we have such high demand, and that's reflected by under contracts, the houses that are under contract, and we compare supply, active supply without a contract. We compare those two numbers, and if there's more under contracts than there are new homes coming on the market, that is a very hot seller's market, and we are at some very extreme cases. Some cities in Maricopa County are actually only have a few homes. When I say few, it's in the single digits, homes that are on the market without a contract. So it's a great time. It's a great time to be a seller right now. And if you're a buyer and you're watching this, these are some tips, right, for you to look on the other side in the mind of a seller, what they're looking for. It is a tough market out there, but just understand that the market at the moment, there's always opportunity. And even some of what I shared with sellers, that they're sitting on the market, right? If you look at days on market, that's a big thing. So anyway, hope that has helped. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next video. Have a good one.